Welcome in, everyone. Have the Chiefs built a roster that can survive without Patrick Mahomes, or does his health completely determine their Super Bowl chances? They're still competitive, but they're no longer dominant. Andy Reid's coaching, a strong defense, and solid roster construction that keeps the Chiefs in most of the games. But without a healthy Patrick Mahomes, they lose the explosive plays that separate them from everyone else. The offense becomes much more predictable. Mahomes' mobility, his off script creativity, and his ability to extend drives, that's what makes Kansas City's offense elite. Without him at full strength, defenses can play more aggressively and force mistakes. Their Super Bowl ceiling changes dramatically. The Chiefs can probably still contend for a playoff spot with a limited or an absent Mahomes. But winning multiple playoff games against the NFL's best teams, that becomes a much tougher challenge. So here's what we've learned about all 30 NBA teams this offseason. The NBA parity is officially here. That's this era. I'm not a Swiftie, though. There isn't a clear super team anymore. And smart roster building, that's becoming more valuable than simply just collecting stars. Every front office is trying to find the right balance between spending depth and future flexibility. Young talent is driving the league. Teams that have drafted and developed well are in the strongest position, while franchises relying on aging stars or expensive veteran cores, yeah, they face much smaller championship windows. The pressure is on contenders to prove their offseason moves. Big trades and free agent signings create excitement, but chemistry, health, and coaching will ultimately determine which teams actually take the next step when the season begins. Did y'all watch the World Cup? The question is, who didn't watch the World Cup? And then another question is, why didn't they? But if we were to grade FIFA's changes to the World Cup, we're talking from the expansion of 48 teams to hydration breaks. I'm going to start with the 48 team expansion. I liked it. More countries had a real chance to compete, creating so many memorable underdog stories. And that made the World Cup feel more global when you see these small countries, when you hear their population sizes. But I know a lot of people, a lot of naysayers are arguing that it increased the number of one-sided matches and it stretched the tournament calendar. So I hear you. The hydration breaks. Yes, I think they're good for player safety. I know it affects the game's flow, but yeah, they were in America. I know that Qatar happened, but they were in America. We had some extreme summer temperatures here in North America. And I believe that protecting the players made sense. But I know many fans felt that the mandatory breaks, that it disrupted the momentum and looked more like TV commercial timeouts than actual football. Here's where you got to remember, though. Norway, I believe, said they arrived early and set up. A couple other countries did it too, and they set up in Texas to get ready for the summer temperatures. I like it. They thought ahead. Ticket prices. See that? That's that's where they lost me. And for FIFA, this is going to be the place where they can make the biggest jump to help people because they had record attendance. So the demand is higher than ever. But dynamic pricing and expensive tickets, that left a lot of longtime supporters feeling priced out of the biggest tournament in the world. You know you're happy to have the new fans. You can't forget the longtime supporters. World Cup change helped the tournament the most? I mean, the expansion. I really like the expansion. All right. Rich Paul told McAfee that LeBron has earned the benefit of the doubt and can take his time to make his decision. How y'all feel about that? After more than 2 decades, yes. He, he's been at an elite level for more than 2 decades. He's earned the right. And Rich Paul saying that, nah, LeBron doesn't owe anyone a quick decision. Who does he owe? He's one of the few athletes whose resume gives him the luxury to move on his own timeline. His decision affects the entire NBA. I know that. But whether LeBron retires, what he didn't stay with the Lakers, or looks elsewhere, which he's currently doing, teams, free agents, even the league's media cycle, they're waiting on his next move. That's when you know you got power. But the patience isn't going to stop the speculation. Every day, without an announcement, it just fuels new rumors. I love it because I be checking on it too. I know y'all checking it. But LeBron has repeatedly shown he'll make major career decisions when he's ready, not when fans or the media demands.